The ATF is spending its time going around using paper tricks to turn law-abiding gun owners into felons retroactively and seemingly overnight in the blink of an eye, and then using that as justification to go door to door taking guns. Well, now we have updates to that as reported by AmmoLand. That's according to this headline. The ATF is requesting funding for a pistol brace amnesty registration program. So join us now to discuss their investigative journalist, John Crump. Thanks for joining us again tonight, John.
Thank you so much.
Great. So, this document you've obtained is a budget justification from the ATF to the OMB, the Office of Management and Budget. What does it expose?
Correct. I was notified of this budget from a reader, and if you look into it, it is a budget request to change what's called the Form 1, which is what you need to do if you want to submit a NFA weapon, a National Firearms Act weapon, such as a short barrel rifle or a short barreled shotgun. And what this shows is that they are planning on determining that pistols with braces are short barreled rifles, and they're going to offer an amnesty period for everyone to register their braced pistols. Biden recently has tasked the ATF to come up with new rules surrounding pistol braces and also frames and receivers. We saw the frames and receivers rule that just went into effect in August, and it looks like this will probably come down around December, but it does look like they are going to make everyone register their brace pistols in accordance with the NFA.
And when it comes to that, talking about this amnesty period and everything that they are proposing right now, correct me if I'm wrong, but it would include gun owners having to take pictures of some of this, correct, and sending that in. Talk to us about some of those details as well.
Correct. Yeah. So the pictures would need to be submitted to the ATF. They have something called e-forms, which is how people register their rifles. And right now, all you need to do is put down the caliber, the length of the barrel, and like what the manufacturer is. What this new rule is going to say is that you must submit pictures of your rifle. One of the things is that they want to do this is because they want to make sure that people just don't take the opportunity to get a free tax stamp, which is a $200 fee that you have to pay to register a short barrel rifle. A brace pistol, you would get that waived. So they are requesting pictures to make sure people just don't take advantage and get a free tax stamp for like any other rifles that they have.
Now, has this gone to a public comment period yet? And if so, what are some of those comments? What are they saying?
Yeah, this has went through a public comment period, and there was around 250,000 comments. About 2/3 of them were against any new regulations, but it looks like the ATF is going to move ahead and issue these new regulations, which makes a lot of gun owners wonder what was the purpose of the comment period if they didn't really take our input.
Oh, that's a great question. And also, as you're pointing out in your article, reading through it, that perhaps there could be a big backlog of a lot of paperwork. Do you think that may slow down some of this process at all?
Correct. The ATF's goal is to get any tax stamp processed within 90 days. Right now, I can tell you one of my tax stamps has been out for 11 months and it's not approved yet. And if you look of adding 4 million to 40 million new forms on top of that, there's no way that they will be processed within 90 days. So it's going to push back the time that it takes people to get other stuff like suppressors or to transfer a machine gun or anything like that. It's going to create an artificial bottleneck to anyone who has a legitimate purpose of submitting a form through the NFA.
And just lastly, before I let you go tonight here, if you could explain to the audience big picture, why do you think this story matters?
The story matters is because the ATF is changing the rules. With pistol braces, there's letters saying that these things are legal and you're allowed to buy them over the counter and stick on your pistols. What the ATF is doing is going back and saying all those permission slips that we gave you, all these opinion letters that we gave, and every time that we said that this is totally legal, ignore those because we're changing the rules. Now, what you did that was totally illegal yesterday and we told you was legal is now going to become illegal overnight.
And all, like I said, while our cities are burning down the way they are, being run by criminals, they could go after actual criminals, but instead they spend their time trying to make us into criminals when we're not doing anything wrong. We're just exercising our God-given rights. So, John, that's why I really appreciate you staying on top of these stories, and thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much.